Just like that, once again, we're live. Guys, welcome back to MMA Fight Pass, the Hammer Fist podcast. I'm Tom Owens. I'm here with my partner, Archie Tovar. And guys, today we're joined by some guys that are getting ready to fight. We got John Santori from One Nation MMA. I got a lot of you guys already know Cody Sons here from Hammer Down Fight Team. And we got Jeremy Titsworth, also from Hammer Down Fight Team. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes. And we got Abraham Tellez from Eric Nolan's gym. I believe all these guys are from Bakersfield, California. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And guys, this show we got coming up here on November 20th. I'm excited to talk about it tonight. Alpha Warriors Promotion. We're presenting Gladiator 1. This is our first MMA cage fight production. And we just got a new cage, and we got the stage set. We got the place ready to go. The tickets are going out there. And man, Archie, I'm excited for this to go down. And I know these fighters, you guys have all been training. You guys have been training for a long time. Some of you guys have been training since you were kids. And now it's that time. You're gonna get inside that cage. You're gonna show what's up. And Johnny, Jeremy, Abraham, how you guys doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Good.
I'm doing great. My fighting days are over, man. Just me and Archie, we're here commentating and interviewing, announcing and things like that. So, yeah, guys, tonight we're gonna talk a little bit about this show, and a lot of you guys are asking me, and I'm getting messages on how we can get tickets, when the event's gonna go down, the time, the place, all that. Archie, tonight we're gonna break that down. Archie, how you doing, man?
Hey, doing good, Tom. Thanks for joining us, man. Everyone, thanks for joining us. Like you said, Abraham, the guys from Bakersfield, man, they're making it happen. And you know, we wanted to get a podcast in honor of the guys from Bakersfield that are making it happen, making the show in Bakersfield happen, right? The Alpha Warriors Promotion Amateur Fight Show. So definitely appreciate, the teams out there, Johnny, Jeremy, Abraham. John, Jeremy, and Abraham, they're each from different teams in Bakersfield. So that's the cool part that, they're able to gather up and get together. And then we got Coach Cody here. And throughout the week, we're going to be having these podcasts. There's quite a few fighters out there, right? So this is amazing, man. Something new. And heck yeah, why not, right, Tom?
Yeah, why not, man? This is, a lot of people are getting butthurt because it's another MMA organization coming to the Central Valley. But it's not the way I look at it. We like to promote all shows that are here in the Valley, professional and amateur. We back everybody up. LFA, 559 Fight, basically anybody, jiu-jitsu, all that coming to town. So the way I look at it is our show is just another way to help these fighters get to the next level. And everybody, we're all working together in some way or another. Coach Cody Sons, how are you doing, my brother?
Good, man. Just training hard with my guys, getting them ready. We got a lot of guys fighting on not just this, or we have one guy fighting on this card, another guy on 559. I'm fighting on Saturday in Oklahoma, so
hell yeah.
we're staying pretty busy and over at Hammer Down, man. So
you guys are staying busy, and a lot of you guys know Cody. He's not just a coach; he's also an athlete. He's out there fighting and competing. He's also trying to get to that next level, which I believe Cody will make it to the next level for sure. Just with your work ethic and what you're doing, man, and being a coach is definitely a way to help yourself get to that next level as well. Now, Jeremy, is this your first fight, brother, or what?
Huh?
Is this your first fight?
No, this is my fifth fight now, my fifth MMA fight.
Your fifth MMA fight. Now, have you been amateur this whole time?
Yeah.
All right, so you're getting ready to go to that professional level. Abraham, how about you? First fight?
It's going to be my second MMA fight.
Second MMA fight, and then we got Johnny Santori. I'm not sure, Johnny, if you can hear me. Can you hear me right, Johnny?
Yeah, I can hear you. My mic was, I don't know, it's just acting up, kind of.
That's all right. Normally, it's my computer that's acting up, but at least it's not mine this time. Johnny, I know you've been training since you were a child. How about you, my friend? Is this your first fight in the cage?
Yeah, this is my first, real fight, in a cage and everything.
First fight in the cage, man. So how you feeling about this?
Feels good. I can't get in trouble.
Feels good. You can get in a fight. You're not at a bar. You're not behind the bar in the alley. It's
I'm
legal,
surprised
man.
they signed it.
Yes. So Archie, tell us a little bit about this show, man.
Yeah, for sure. One of the key players. I mean, the key players are the coaches, obviously, right? The gyms in Bakersfield. But now Gil Medina and I got together earlier this summer, and we were just talked about doing a show in Bakersfield. He goes, "Hey, Archie, let's do some Muay Thai, kickboxing show, Muay Thai." I said, "Yeah, heck yeah." I mean, as Thomas, we go out all over California and help and promote and film and do a lot of stuff. So that's where we came in with Gil, right? Gil, we're doing what we do, right? The technology, the social media, and all that good stuff. So Gil has an amazing amount of friends and connections out there. So we took the plunge, man. We had a show September 11th, the IKF Muay Thai show. And then you know what? In conversation, says, let's do an MMA show. I said, shit, why not? I mean, the first one went well. Everyone's getting together now in Bakersfield. It's amazing, the camaraderie out there that is happening because of these events. You know what I mean? So we're pretty excited. The show's going to be November 20th. And we have November 20th. We have about 20 days. With all these guys, we have a fight card with 10 fights on the card already. So all these guys are getting fight ready, getting their medicals ready. So that's, everything's happening as planned so far.
Yeah, so we got all the fighters. We have enough fighters for this whole card to go down. But a big thing that we got to get done is we got to get these medicals done, man. That's a big part of the show. So I'm hoping that all the fighters, not just the guys here on the screen, but the guys that are watching as well, because a lot of the other fighters are watching. They're listening in on this to see what's going on. I hope all you guys are getting those medicals done, because when it comes down to that show on the last, that last week and the last day, we're ready to make this thing happen. And the medicals, big part. So, Archie, how many fights do we got planned? Looks like we got 10 fights so far for the MMA.
Yeah, we have 10 fights. And, you said for the MMA, right? Well, not only are we going to have MMA fights, we're going to have a couple of maybe 3 exhibition jiu-jitsu matches. But you know what? Even in addition to that, Mr. Gil Medina, God bless his soul, he goes, hey, Archie, let's just do another show during the daytime. So we're going to have some boxing exhibition matches during the day. And there's probably going to be 20 of them. So it's just like another little mini tournament, right? And during the daytime, so it's like we call it a double hitter. So shit, that's something different that we're doing that I don't think people has done. A beautiful show in the daytime for the kids, and in the evening for the adults and grown-ups, right?
Yeah, no, a lot of the shows now you're starting to see they're mixing in the grappling matches with the MMA fights, which is cool. It's giving the crowds and it's given a lot of people, they're getting to see what this grappling is all about. Because us MMA fighters, I know everybody on the screen right here, you guys definitely know what jiu-jitsu is, and a lot of the guys that are fighting, they know what grappling is. And I know, Cody, you train in all the arts: kickboxing, wrestling, boxing, and you're a big jiu-jitsu guy as well. And if I'm saying it right, Cody, you just got promoted, right, recently in jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, I just got my brown belt finally, man. I was at 7-year purple belt.
Hey, that's good. Hey, 7-year purple belt is legit, and congratulations on your brown belt. How long have you been doing the jiu-jitsu all in all?
I started when I was 14, and then I got my blue belt, and then I honestly kind of lost the love for it. I like wrestling a lot better. So I did the whole freestyle wrestling thing, and I did the Greco-Roman wrestling thing, and then I took more interest in catch wrestling than actually Brazilian jiu-jitsu. But I got promoted to purple belt, and then I just kind of started coaching and took the gi back off, and I really wasn't interested in it. But as a coaching for the coaching aspect, I put the gi back on. I got we got us an affiliate, under GF team represent. And, we got a good professor at our gym, and he was like, hey man, it's time for you to be a brown belt, bro. Like it's unfair, cause we would go to open mats and I would start rolling with the purple or, the brown belts and the upper belts. And I'm like getting the better of them. And they're like, all right, bro, it's time for you to move on, man. And so it was long overdue. I have yet to compete at brown belt that I've been in shape. So I'm actually working towards January. I want to compete as a brown belt and see what's up, man. So
there you go. It's a good idea. Jeremy, how about yourself? Are you big into jiu-jitsu? What's your forte?
I like to stand up a lot, but my jiu-jitsu has improved a lot since I got back here in California and started training with Cody again.
I will say this, because I got my instructing certifications under GF Team and everything. That Jeremy's probably going to be my first blue belt that I promote like ever. So.
All right. Well, getting that blue belt is a big step. I know it took me years to get that blue belt, and a blue belt in jiu-jitsu is equivalent to a black belt in a lot of other martial arts, in karate, taekwondo, and all these other arts. Really is getting a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, if you're at the right instructor and the right affiliation, is no joke. A blue belt is a high level. Johnny, how about yourself, brother? What do you like? Grappling?
I'm a wrestler. I'm really good at wrestling and jiu-jitsu. I've just kind of grown up around it because my dad did it. So I'd done it since I was like 5. I just kind of grew up doing it. And then I had skipped quite a few years, probably like 4 to 5 years after high school. And then I'm just getting back into it. I've stayed in shape though, so I'm not having too hard of a time getting back in shape. So I'm kind of there already, but it's only taking like a little bit. But mostly wrestling and probably jiu-jitsu are my biggest things.
Well, wrestling, I know for one, man, wrestling will keep that cardio up and it'll keep that body in shape too. Now, Abraham, how about yourself, my brother? What's your forte? What do you like better? You like mixing it all up? You like the grappling or you like the striking?
Well, I'm a striker, but I like that. I like the clinch work. I like fighting in the clinch. Just because my coach, he's wrestling based, and even his jiu-jitsu is wrestling based. So my coach Brian Travers, like everything's super wrestling based. Everything's very aggressive. But yeah, I learned to love jiu-jitsu, especially in the clinch. Like I'm not a wrestler, but whenever there's wrestlers that come into our gym, I always end up partner up with them. So they always beat me up. So I learned a lot from them. But yeah, no, striking, I like it all. I like it all.
That's good, man. Well, one thing I know about Eric Nolan's gym and Brian Travers, I got a lot of respect for both those guys. When I used to fight back in the WEC, I came up in those days when Brian Travers was also fighting. And he's a game dude. He's got a lot of knowledge, and he's proficient in all the different areas. But I got a lot of respect for both Eric Nolan and Brian Travers. And, man, I can't wait to see you guys fight. This is going to be great. Archie, now let's talk a little bit about that boxing that's going down. Guys, it's not just – it's cage fighting in the evening time, but this is really an all-day, all-night event. If you guys get over there to Bakersfield early in the morning, early afternoon, you're going to get to see some really cool boxing. We call them exhibition matches, but let's be honest, these are going to be real boxing fights. I travel around and go to the different gyms, and I see people sparring and training for this. And I'm watching a lot of these kids, especially Team KO Farmersville, is where I teach jiu-jitsu. And every day before my jiu-jitsu class, I go over there and I see these young bucks in that boxing ring. And, man, they're just training hard every day, and they're sparring every day. It's going to be good. How many other schools you got, Archie?
Yeah, well, in regards to that boxing, it's scheduled to start at 10 a.m. Weigh-ins at – actually, let me bring up a little flyer here. As a matter of fact, we're about 10 seconds from the flyer. Bam. So here we go. Saturday, November 20th, weigh-ins are at 9 a.m., right? So it's going to start as early as 9, and we're going to be there as late as pretty late, right? And the fight starts at 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Headgear is required. It's just providing a safe outlet for the athletes to test their skill and grow. Boxing exhibition, Gil Medina. And you know what? I think Cody are you going to have any guys there, Cody? At the boxing exhibition?
Probably not, honestly.
If for some reason we just got quite a few, and I just thought you were going to be on it, and I know you're on all of them, but there are like about 20 matches already, and then Team KO from David in Farmersville, he's bringing a handful, and so it's definitely going to be an interesting show. It's going to be a nice one.
It's going to be good. Besides the show, guys, besides the legal violence, we could call it, besides the boxing, the grappling, the MMA fights, we're also going to have a beer garden there set up. We got a nice little beer garden set up. And we got some good food going down, man. We got homemade carne asada tacos being made. There's other things too, but yeah, there's going to be food, beverage, good people, good crowd, good coaches, good going down. Going to be a fun day. Cody, you look tired, brother. You have a long day.
I'm always tired, man. No, I just been training hard, man. Like I said, I'm fighting this week. So I've been, kicking up the cardio, kicking up the pad work, and doing that and running classes and stuff starting to take a toll on me.
Yeah,
He'll
man.
be working his ass in there too.
Yeah, it'll pay off though when you get it. Whenever you get in that fight though this week, it's definitely gonna pay off. Tell us a little bit about your fight you got coming up, Cody.
Yeah, so I'm doing a pro boxing fight over in Oklahoma against a pretty tough dude. He's 3-0, or I'm sorry, 2-0, and one no contest. But I say the guy won. So he won. Big guy, kind of slow, but his fundamentals are pretty good. But I plan on whooping his ass. So
There you go.
So this is
Yeah.
a straight boxing fight. Is this the first time that you've done a straight pro boxing fight?
nah, I'm 1-3 in pro boxing. This is gonna be. I mean, it's short notice. A lot of people know that I was supposed to fight in Texas 2 weeks ago, and for whatever reason, the opponent didn't want to fight me because I was 2 pounds over the heavyweight limit. I just I got caught up with the traveling. I had a really nasty layover and stuff like that. That took a lot of time out of me in the middle of cutting weight. I was heavy, man. I started cutting weight at like 280, and I just kind of misjudged it. No ifs, ands, or buts. But I offered the guy 40% of my purse, dude. Not even 20. I offered him 40% to fight me, and his coach and him said no. So. Long story short, he just really didn't want to fight, dude, especially at heavyweight. I mean, who said I wasn't going to put on 15, 20 pounds the next day? I mean, I wasn't. Like, I'm not that heavy like that. But he just didn't want to fight. So that night of weigh-ins, when I announced that my fight, was canceled, I had a boxing promoter up, and I was like, you know what? I've been training for a straight. Like, my game plan was 100% like grappling, jiu-jitsu, like take the guy down, smother him, and tap him out. And into the boxing fight. So, I'm in shape, but it's a different kind of cardio, to box than to grapple. Especially when I've been grappling so long my whole life. It's kind of second nature to me. Like I can kind of like turn an autopilot on to grapple and not get tired. But for boxing, it's a little different. I'm a little worried about the cardio aspect, but that's about it.
Yeah, the boxing cardio is definitely different with the footwork and the hand movement and everything's different in boxing. Now, Abraham, I know you've already got some experience in MMA fighting. How many fights do you have already, Abraham? And what other promotion were you in to get these fights?
I just had one other MMA fight. It was a 559.
In the 559 fights, was it here in Visalia?
Yeah, it was in Visalia. Yeah.
And now, Jeremy, you have a few MMA fights, don't you?
Yeah. I fought for 559 twice. I fought in Bakersfield another time, and then I fought in New York too.
Over in New York, man. I bet that was cool. How was fighting in New York?
Yeah, it was an experience. I mean, it was cool. I traveled from Washington to New York to go fight. They paid for everything, and I mean, I got me sponsors to pay for me for my food and stuff. It was a cool experience. I got robbed for the W, but it's cool.
Hey,
Hey, Jeremy, I got one for you, and for all you guys. What does it mean for a promotion to go to Bakersfield and do some MMA shows so that you guys don't have to travel so far? Abraham, I mean, all you guys have been traveling, so now the show's coming into town. I think, Jeremy, you said you fought in one in town, but go ahead, Abraham.
Oh, I mean, it's amazing. Like I don't have to, like, when it comes to cutting weight, like I don't have to cut weight and then go drive and then go on the road, spend the night, spend the money on the hotel. I can just focus on my weight cut, and it's here in town. So I mean, it's better. It's way better. I've had like other amateur and other disciplines, amateur competitions where I have to cut the weight here, drive out there, weigh in, compete, and it's exhausting. So when I found out it was here in town, I was really happy. I was like, that's awesome.
There's nothing like sleeping in your own bed before a fight.
Yeah, I've never had that feeling, so this is gonna be the first time.
Yeah.
Also, I think Bakersfield is due for something like this. Whenever there's fights here in the Central Valley, a lot of times they're here, right around here in Visalia or kind of in the Fresno area. But I don't remember there really being too many MMA fights in Bakersfield, right, Archie?
Yeah, no. Well,
Last
you know,
one was me.
yeah, there was one like in with Phil Flowers and Gil Medina and a few guys. Cody was there. I actually MMA Fight Pass, Tom. We were actually there helping out in that show when it was there. And that's where I first met Gil and Cody and a bunch of guys. So what year was that, Cody? Like 8-9 years ago?
No, that was 2017.
17. Oh, okay, shit, 5 years ago. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's actually that fight day. The only reason I remember that is because that's me and my wife's anniversary. I actually like asked her to be with me that day at those fights. So that's yeah, I'll never forget that hot ass miserable fight.
It was hot. Oh my god, it was like right in the hot summertime and outdoors actually, and that canvas was an issue. It was hot, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny,
I did one in 2019. I co-promoted a show here too.
Okay.
In 2019, but I don't. That's where Jeremy made his debut at.
Yeah.
But I don't really talk about it because that I you know, a lot of me and my guys were done wrong. I mean, the promoter still owes me money, still owes another fighter from another gym money. He just, it was a bad promotion all the way around. I mean, I did the right things, but it was just.
Yeah, that happens, you know, in business, and I understand totally, man. Stuff happens, shit, you know. Hey,
Yes.
Johnny, you've been from Bakersfield most of your life, I think you said, and what does it mean to you, man, to have a show there for your family? I guess people can get to come and watch you and not drive so far, right?
Who was that for?
Johnny, you're on mute, Johnny. Well, maybe he can't hear us.
He might not be able to hear us. Archie, I'm not sure. It's probably coming from my computer, but I hear a little scratching noise.
Yeah, there's some static going on somewhere.
Yeah.
I thought at first that maybe it was Archie hitting the keyboard.
You know what? Oh, yeah, no. I'm going to mute your phone mic. I'm going to mute your mic, Tom. Watch. It's gone. I muted your mic. I think, yeah, well, no, it's still there. Shit, I'm going to mute my mic. Well, yeah, it's a little annoying. It's not too bad. Luckily, it's not kind of like overbearing, but we got to figure that one out.
I think that's
pretty
what
loud.
that is the microphones and the speakers is getting like feedback from that. That's why it would be better if everyone had headphones.
That's why I get kicked out here and there.
You're hit it right. We've been doing these podcasts for a long time, and it's always recommended, you know, maybe we should start putting in emails. Hey, if you got a headphone, put it on better, you know, on your computer, because you don't have to do it right now, but absolutely, you know, Tom, that may be a good thing in the future. We can tell our guests, hey, and we put headphones ourselves. You know, we got to be lead by example, but that may help a lot. But anyhow,
yeah, we're still growing now. We're still learning about this art of podcasting. So the headphones will come along. They'll come along in the future, definitely. Anyhow, we still got you guys on here, and we can still hear you for the most part. Anyways, guys, anybody that's out there listening, these guys all have their coaches, they have their teams, their trainings all in play, but there's always room for more sponsors and always room for more help. So are you guys already hooked up with sponsors and stuff, backing you guys up, Cody? Or are you guys still looking for sponsors?
Like you said, man, we can always use more sponsors, you know, and more help. This sport's really hard to succeed in, man, especially at this lower level. It's really hard to, you know, maintain the lifestyle or you know, maintain your living and do this lifestyle. So those sponsors do help out, you know, the younger guys that, you know, it's like I said, it's really hard to make a living and do this as your lifestyle, you know. To be an elite athlete, you got to train 4 to 5 hours a day. That's bare minimum. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you go to these gyms, you know, Uriah Faber's gym, Black House, CMMA, all the big name gyms, man. Those fighters are in there for 4 to 5 hours a day at minimum. You know,
Yeah. And
and that's hard to do when you got a full-time job and a family and all that other stuff. So
hey, John, I mean, Tom, very good point, Tom. Like for Abraham, Jeremy, and Johnny, and the fighters that we're going to have tomorrow and stuff, all these guys that are on the screen right now, everyone looking, look them up. These guys are from Bakersfield. If you don't have their direct name or number, hit us up. We'll lead you in their direction. Whoever, pick a guy, pick a fighter, sponsor somebody, right?
That's right, man.
Just help my fighter out right there. That guy. Jeremy.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, we got all these guys that deserve it. Yeah, all these guys. Heck yeah. Go ahead, Tom.
Abraham, what about you guys over there with Eric Nolan and Brian Travers? Are you guys getting hit by any sponsors over there?
Well, luckily, we're getting sponsored by Mecca Nutrition. They're helping us get some walkout shirts. I love anime, so the walkout shirt's going to be Dragon Ball Z style shirts.
All right.
But yeah, as far as a sponsor, you guys want one? I know fight on the same card. Let me know. But yeah, so they're sponsoring me with the shirts, which is amazing. This is the first time I've had a sponsor and competing, so that's always great. And yeah, so as far as sponsors, just Mecca Nutrition.
Well, MMA Fight Pass, we're always looking for. We have sponsors, you know what I mean, that come in and out. We're always looking for new sponsors, guys. So you can always hit up myself or Archie Tovar. You know what I mean? If you want to get your name on a banner, and we always put the names out there, guys, and we'll promote you if you sponsor us. So just like that.
Is this it right here, Abraham? MECA?
Yeah.
There you go. Just like that, right, Tom?
Yep, just like that. Now, Johnny, we lost Johnny again here.
I think he's trying to get back. Boom.
Johnny's struggling over there, man.
It's all right, man. So the time, the days are on a countdown now. Today's, I believe, the 2nd, and the fight's on the 20th. How long will you guys keep this hard training up, Cody, before you start to chill for a few days before this fight?
I try to go the week of. The week of, we're just dialing it in, making sure the weight's all good. Luckily for Jeremy, his opponent can't make weights or can't go under a certain weight. So Jeremy's gaining weight right now. I think he's like 12 pounds under. Or what was it? 10? 10 pounds?
Yeah, I weigh 182 right now. He wants to fight at 190.
Yeah, it's whatever. It
happens.
It doesn't bother us. We double up his protein shakes, give him a cheeseburger or two.
You know what? Nice too, man. One thing about that happens a lot is not having to cut weight is a great thing, man. And then you can be comfortable. You can eat.
Oh hell yeah! I'm gonna eat good every day.
I mean, this is big for Jeremy, man. I mean, he's what 6'4", 6'3". He's a big kid, man, and he's in there throwing leather with me and my other fighter. You guys seen him on the 559 card, Keller. I mean, that kid throws leather like no other, And Jeremy's in there, smacking us around a little bit, and I mean, gaining weight's dangerous, man. He's just bigger and stronger, so.
Yes, it can be dangerous for sure. Now, Jeremy, you got yourself a good handful of these amateur fights. How many more amateur do you plan to go before you're going to take that step to pro? We lost him there. What do you think, Cody? How many more amateur fights does he have before he takes that next step?
I would like to see him try to win a belt or a Camo State title first. To be honest, man, he's really hasn't really had a good, decent fight. I mean, the last fight he fought was 10 seconds, and his MMA debut was 18 seconds. So, I mean, I would like to see Jeremy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jeremy, I'm just wondering
for you, son.
Yeah, he pretty much answered it, but I would like to hear from you as well. You're doing these amateur fights, and I know you're getting to next level. How many more do you think you got before you take that next level to get to the professional stage?
Well, I want to at least get a belt and defend it before I go pro. you know, a lot of these people, they don't ever get a belt, or they get a belt and they just jump right into pro. And I don't know. I feel like I've only been doing this for 2 years, you know. So I got time still. I'm only 21 years old. I don't need to rush anything, you know what I mean?
That's right. There's no need for any type of a rush. Well, man, just like that. So all you guys got your opponents. You guys are set. Sounds really good, man. I just want to thank you guys for taking a moment. This is a late night podcast for us to do tonight. We don't normally do this, but we want you throughout the week, guys. We're going to be talking with all the fighters and some of the coaches, and we're promoting the show, and we're going to basically tomorrow night we're going to have another handful of some of the other fighters. And I also, while I'm here, I want to take the time. I want to promote the other shows that are coming up. We got the 559 fights just right around the corner, and we have the LFA on the same night. It's going to be a pro-AMI show right here in town in the Visalia Convention Center.
This weekend.
Yep, that's going to be a great show. It's coming up quick, and we're going to be there, guys. We're going to be promoting the show. We're going to be interviewing fighters. We're going to be ringside, and I hope to see some of you guys there. I'm sure, Cody, I know you guys fight in those shows, and maybe I'll see you guys there as well. But everybody out there, tomorrow night, what is it going to be around the same time, Archie?
Yeah, 9:30. We have a few of the guys scheduled for tomorrow. This podcast can hold up to 10, screens, but that's our limit. So, but anyhow, yeah, it's good to have 6, 7, 8 people on at the same time just to kind of, shoot the breeze.
Yes, it is. And Cody, before we kick this off and before I hit the sack, I got to work early in the morning. You got anything else that you would like to share with us before we close this down?
And that would go for all of you guys, but go for it, Cody.
No, man. I just, I guarantee you guys all got good coaches. Just keep training hard, keep training safe, and I'm ready for a hell of a show, man. That's kind of why I didn't want to get too many people on the card. I want to sit back and enjoy some fights in my hometown for once. So I'm looking forward to, Abraham. Best of luck to you, bro.
Thank you, man.
Keep training. I know Brian, dude. He's a good guy. He's a good coach. And Santor. I know your dad's a great coach. So, your dad has showed me more things than probably almost anybody. So,
My dad's a
I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to your guys' fights, man, just as much as I'm looking forward to my own guys' fight, man. And I just keep working hard, you guys.
Yes, man. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to getting over to Bakersfield. I got family over there, and we know all the coaches. And man, we got this new cage, guys, that you guys are going to be battling in. It's one of the UFC's cages actually that we were able to get our hands on. It's a beautiful cage. It's put together well, and man, the place where we're doing this it's going to be really cool. The beer garden, the food, the cool people that are involved in the show. We got a lot of good things going on that day. And man, I'm just looking forward to it. Abraham, you got anything else you would like to say, my brother?
Well, just for the guys right now that are in this podcast right now, if you guys ever want to train together or sometime, let me know. I'm always down to train, always down to learn new things.
What weight are you?
I'm at 170.
Perfect.
Yeah, so
you guys are all three the same size.
Yeah, so I'm willing to learn from you guys. I'm always, I love martial arts. I've been doing this since I was 4. So, yeah.
Let me grab your number.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, good stuff, Abraham.
Yes, very good stuff. Johnny, you have anybody else that you would like to say thank you to, or anybody that you want to give some props to?
Just my dad and Gil. Just been working me like a horse, so that way I'm in better shape than anyone else could ever be.
Yes, and Gil, he wasn't able to make it on the show tonight, but man, I want to give a big thanks to Gil Medina. He's really been a big part, and he's been behind the scenes, and he's been working his butt off to make sure that this show is going to go down. And Archie, I want to thank you as well. Archie's one of the main promoters of not only this show, but Archie's really one of the guys in the back that keeps our MMA Fight Pass and the Hammerfist podcast going. And I just want to thank everybody out there, all the academies that welcome me in to check it out. I want to thank Team KO and Danny Valadinos and all those guys out there. And Jeremy, Johnny, Cody, and Abraham, thank you guys for joining us tonight. We'll talk to you guys again. And Archie, I want to just thank you again, brother. You got anything else you would like to say before we close this up?
I just want to thank the same guys, Jeremy, Johnny, Abraham, Cody, and and even the guys are going to be coming up pretty soon. Thank you all, for wanting to make this a badass show, and it only makes sense, all you guys being from Bakersfield, that it's just going to be a nice community-driven kind of show. That's cool.
Going to be great. All right, guys. Well, just like that, thank you for tuning in to MMA Fight Pass and the Hammer Fist podcast. I'm Tom Owens with my partner Archie Kovar, and everybody out there want to thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow night. We'll be doing this again, and we'll have another handful of some really cool dudes. Cody Sons, thank you once again, my brother, for taking the time, man. I love what you're all about. I like how you coach people, and you still keep yourself going, and you're going to fight. So, yeah, just like that. Abraham, Johnny, Jeremy, and Cody, you guys have a great night. Get yourself some rest. Tomorrow, you're going to be back training again, man. Back to training again.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Yes, and Archie, you're training as well. You got the Worlds coming up in jiu-jitsu. So you just keep working your butt off too, man. If you need to get a roll in, I'm going to be down over here, and I'm always down for you to come